quarantine is now my hair doesn't even fit in the frame. Welcome back, and if you're new, I'm Jen. I focus on all things self-care, health, wellness, living your best life while I live in New York City. So let's get right into it. I tried meditating every single day for 30 days with Gabrielle Bernstein's meditation challenge, and here is what happened. If you don't know who Gabrielle Bernstein is or what the heck this meditation challenge is, first of all, I'm gonna tell you, but second of all, doesn't even matter. This is all about just meditating for 30 days, my overall thoughts, my advice, and all that fun type of stuff. But let's start with, who is Gabrielle Bernstein and what was this meditation challenge? So I'll make this quick. Gabrielle Bernstein she's labeled herself the spirit junkie. She's a #1 New York Times bestselling author. She has 7 books out. I just finished reading the Super Attractor book as I was meditating, which I will get into in a bit. She's a motivational speaker and she helps people basically discover spirituality. So Gabby has a manifestation challenge usually, which I am looking to sign up for, so if you want a review on that as well, please comment down below. And over quarantine, she started a meditation challenge for 21 days because it takes 21 days to make a habit, and she was noticing a lot of people, including myself, who had never done meditation before, seeking help with how to meditate, what is meditation now that we have all this time, and heightened anxiety in a pandemic. So she created this challenge where every single day for 21 days, in my inbox, in my email, at 6 a.m., had an email of a new meditation every day, and they were all different types of meditations. The reason I loved this was because as someone who has never meditated before, not only was it a challenge to meditate every day, but it also allowed me to discover that there are so many different types of meditation. So I am here to tell you guys that just because one style doesn't work for you, there are so many others. I will get into my favorites in just a second. Actually, let's just get into my favorites right now. I will be giving you guys free resources and where to find these types of meditations at the end of the video, so stick around. So one of my absolute favorites, which I'm definitely going to continue doing, was her walking meditations. So what this means is you literally go on a walk, and I mean, you could do something else too. You could be cooking, doing whatever you want, but the intention is to go on a walk, and it's a guided meditation in your ears. There were some that were positive affirmations. So as I'm walking, I'm listening to positive affirmations and positive mantras in my ear. There's one that was all about taking in the nature and the sounds and the feeling of your grounding on the feet, in your feet as you walk, and just like being one with nature and actually being present. I know for me, I'm always listening to a podcast or something, so to actually be present as I was walking and like slowing myself down and taking a minute, it just opened my eyes to so much. More reasons why I liked it was that I was not having to sit there with that anxiety of, ow, my back hurts meditating like this, or when is this gonna end? I can't really sit here for this long. Like all those anxieties that come with, you know, the mainstream interpretation of meditation, which is that you just have to sit there, close your eyes, and think about nothing. No, this gave me an activity, and also at the same time, it gave me an excuse to go for a walk. I felt like I was moving my body and doing something good. So between exercise, movement, and meditation, 3 things that are really great for you and make you feel healthier and happier during and after you do them, to combine all 3 in one made me feel amazing. If you're a beginner, I 10 out of 10 recommend guided meditations. Let me tell you. The next group of meditations that I really enjoyed were the gratitude meditations and the appreciation meditations. So like I've said many times in my 5-minute journal video review, I've been doing the 5-minute journal for 2 years now, and every single morning I practice gratitude in the journal, and that has affected my life positively in so many ways, which you can find in that video. But this is just another way to incorporate gratitude and appreciation into your routine. So for me, starting my day, you could do this at any point of the day, but I did it every morning, and starting my day with gratitude or appreciation allowed me to put things into perspective. I'm sure I'm not the only one who sometimes wakes up really anxious or stressed about the day ahead, or upset about something that happened the day before, resentful, not wanting to see someone, but having to express your appreciation for them in the morning and find something to be grateful for about that person or about the situation you've been put in. And just, I mean, the one gratitude meditation was 15 minutes long, or maybe even longer. So I had to sit in feelings of gratitude and come up with new things to be grateful for almost 20 minutes, which of course it's a challenge, but it's also something that I hope to continue practicing. Gratitude has brought so much positivity into my life and made me such a more appreciative, easygoing person because I can find joy in the little things. I'm so much more appreciative of the little things in my life, and these meditations, if you need a glimmer of that in your life, you 100% should look up gratitude meditations and appreciation meditations. They just bring so much value to your life. You don't feel like you're wasting your time just with what people think meditations are, and which a lot of meditations are, with trying to silence your mind for a while. I find it more valuable personally to use that time to myself to practice gratitude, to appreciate with the things that I have and the people that I surround myself with. I find that more valuable than not just trying to shut my brain off for 10 minutes, and that usually ends up making me anxious because I'm not good at it. Stop trying to feel like meditation needs to be that you're thinking absolutely nothing, when you can use that time, that's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, to actually think of all the positive things in your life and extend gratitude and appreciation for things that you aren't usually thinking about. One of my other favorites was meditation for abundance. It includes a lot of mantras and positive affirmations and visualization, which goes back to the law of attraction, which comment down below if you want me to do a video on the law of attraction and ways to implement that into your life. But anyway, a meditation for abundance will give you such motivation and inspiration, and visualizing things will then attract those things. So these are really great if you are working towards a goal, if you are feeling really motivated and inspired, if you have a vision, if you're wanting more out of life and just feeling down in the dumps and feeling like you have nothing or whatever funk you may be in. A meditation for abundance just gives you that inspiration and is a great exercise for visualization, which, like I said, is all about the law of attraction. And then the last one of my favorites was, I believe it was called Shine Your Light. So this might be very specific to Gabrielle Bernstein, but I'm sure there are other ones out there. Basically, it was all about visualizing yourself with a light surrounding you, and every room you're walking into, like, your light is just shining across the room, and you're literally sitting there with your eyes closed, visualizing yourself being the light for people and being surrounded by light, and it makes you feel safe. And it was really impactful for me, that one. I've never done anything like that, and I cannot explain it, you just have to do it. Now let's get into the takeaways from meditating every day for 30 days. So something I realized, because I hadn't really meditated much before this, was that, and something I think a lot of beginners or people who are intimidated by meditation, or even people who are trying meditation and not getting what they want out of it, you have to realize meditation is not hypnosis. There is this whole false belief system that if you're not like in a foreign land and like completely hypnotized and feeling like out of your body, that you're not meditating. I'm sorry to break it to you, meditation is just, it's time to check in with yourself. It is time to try and like make that voice stop going, and give yourself a moment to breathe. And there are a million different, as I just mentioned, there are so many different goals and exercises that you can do while meditating. But I mean, transcendental meditation, I believe, is a little different, but just if you're doing like Inkscape, the app for 10 minutes, or Insight Timer, or whatever it is, which I'll talk about those apps in a minute, you don't have to feel discouraged if you feel completely present the entire time and you don't feel like you're waking up from a daze. Like, no, sometimes it's just time to, like I said, a walking meditation, you're walking, you're fully present and aware of your surroundings. It's like the same thing as listening to a podcast, and it's fully considered a meditation. So meditation does not have to mean you are hypnotized and brainwashed and like in another land. So just know that if you feel like you're not doing meditation right because you feel the same when you wake up or whatever it is, you're doing it right, everything's fine. There are different ways to meditate and different purposes and goals and exercises, and that is what we are learning today. Another takeaway / piece of advice would be, I was reading Gabrielle Bernstein's book Super Attractor a little bit before I started the meditation challenge and then throughout the challenge, and it just really strengthened my understanding of all the meditations. It gave me context. Because I was doing Gabrielle Bernstein's meditations, I understood her way of thinking, and I learned so much just about the relationship with spirit guides and the law of attraction, and just Gabrielle Bernstein's whole philosophy of life. So applying her particular meditations, which I've read a bunch about in the book at the same time, it allowed me to be fully present and understand what I was doing and have context around it. So I do recommend, I mean, there are a bunch of apps to meditate, but if you are gonna, dive into someone specifically, I would read their book, get into their meditations. I just think it really enhances the whole experience. But again, not necessary at all. You could just YouTube a meditation, do whatever you want. I'm just saying that I highly recommend Gabrielle Bernstein's book, and there are tons of meditations in the book that you can do, and just feel out what type of meditation you like. The 4 that I mentioned before are only 4. There were 21 different ones, and there were even more in her book. So if some meditations aren't resonating with you, don't worry, don't be discouraged. There are plenty more to choose from. Now let's get into how to start meditating and resources. So for one, if any of those ones that I just mentioned stand out to you, you can literally just search on YouTube, gratitude meditation. That's it. Google it, do whatever you want. You can, if you're interested in Gabrielle Bernstein, you can search gratitude meditation Gabrielle Bernstein and see if she has some blog posts on it. Go to her Instagram, her IGTV, she has some meditations on there. Another amazing resource is the Insight Timer app. I will link it down below. It is a full-on free resource for tons of meditations. My favorite one on Insight Timer, which I forgot to mention earlier as one of my other favorite ones from Gabrielle Bernstein, was called Yoga Nidra. So this is an amazing meditation for going to sleep. So I always go on the Insight Timer app, I type in Yoga Nidra. The most well-rated one on there is by Jennifer or something, I can't remember her name, but I always do that one, and without fail, every single time I'm falling asleep by the middle to end of it. So you could YouTube, go to Insight Timer, whatever you want for Yoga Nidra if you are in need of some help sleeping. And then my last piece of advice is about posture for meditation. So one of the hardest things about meditating, whether you want to admit it or not, is sitting still and back pain when you're in that typical cross-legged position. So I started having back pain. I couldn't sit there for that long. So I started, which is more than acceptable, laying down while you meditate and just with your palms up, ready to accept energy. But I've done Melissa Wood Health Meditations, which is another resource. It's not free, but she does have a 7-day free trial that you could try out her meditations, see if those resonate with you. But if you are interested in supporting your posture and sitting in that position and fixing those back problems, I highly recommend Meditation Pillow. So this meditation cushion was sent to me by Mindful and Modern, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Not only is it super chic, this one is blue velvet. I'm so excited because it's gonna match my blue velvet couch in my New York City apartment. I never really understood the hype about cushions. I was just down to try one. While I was doing this meditation challenge, I read that it helps with posture support and your back. So I started using it halfway through the meditation challenge, and I was shocked. You sit sort of on the edge of it with your legs cross-legged, and your posture is perfect. It doesn't hurt. It's just like crazy. I am going to start meditating on this all of the time just to fix and help my posture. I think it's really going to help. It has all natural buckwheat in it, so it's super comfortable. I love it. I will link this one down below. I hope that was helpful. If you have any more questions about meditation or Gabrielle Bernstein, please comment them down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video. Stay healthy, everyone. Mwah.